All right. Welcome to the Digital Order Management Automation for Retail Customers webinar with EasyStepIn. Uh, Hi all. Good morning, good evening, and respective greetings of the day. Today, I would like to thank everyone for joining the webinar with us. So, we will see what is an Boomi overview and what is a use case that we have come up with this webinar. What were the business challenges and what was the solution we have given, and what were the business outcomes, and so on. So, if you have any questions, please please I mean ask in chat window so that I can see and I can answer. All right. All right. So uh, here are the the team that we have worked on with this webinar, and I have Lalit with me, me Dhruv Kumar, Vice President of EasyStepIn, and Pawan Kumar, CEO and founder of the EasyStepIn. All right. So just to give a background of EasyStepIn, we are a 4 years company which started in 2016, and we have incrementally increased our client count, and till today we have served 18 plus clients, 18 plus clients with in different regions in USA and other regions. All right. So as you see here, we are the all industry standard certified, and we are a authorized Dell Boomi partner, and we are actively looking for the other partnerships with other integration tools, MuleSoft, Workato, Celigo, and Jitterbit. All right, so those who doesn't have an idea about what is an Dell Boomi is, so Dell Boomi is an cloud integration platform. We call it as an iPaaS, where you don't need to set up or install any software for the tool to be accessed. Everything is available on the cloud, so we can just access to the platform.boomi.com, and Boomi provides the different capabilities of integrations, hub, exchange, mediate, and flow. Means basically Boomi is Boomi Atomosphere is one, Boomi API management, and Boomi has an flow and MDM capabilities also. All right, so let's start with the use case that we are presenting today. So our one of our customer is basically uh, e-commerce business, and they have high volumes of invoice payment transactions between the multiple applications, and that is one, and the orders should flow between the multiple application where they can handle the fulfillments, shipments, and the delivery aspect of that particular product, uh, right? And the primary application would be the Salesforce for them, for the OMS order management system, and they were looking for the robust, efficient, and reusable concepts and best exception handling, as it is a all real-time integrations or near real-time integrations. They were looking for this, and the client is generally $100 million national corporation who has decided to replace its existing order management and platform migration for better outcomes. Basically, they were using the BizTalk as their middleware or integration tool, and they wanted to use a Boomi platform. So, what are the business requirements? Was the first step is the orders were created in the system called SFCC, Salesforce Commerce Cloud, and the those orders needs to be integrated with this Aptos or EOM. which is enterprise order management system. And on nightly basis, all customer balances must be updated to the other system, which is Oracle e-business. And they have to migrate the existing customer information, existing customer and vendor information. And if you see, like, the whenever there is an order updates, like, the order is created and order is acknowledged, and order status is updated to fulfillment, and order is shipped, and order as status, payment status is paid, and etc. So these statuses should flow between the multiple applications. And whenever there are some appeasements to be done, I mean, between the other systems, yes, that those payments also be done. And we have, something called a return also, whenever the product, whenever the product status is updated to return status. So those status should flow between these multiple applications. So these were the business requirements. So here, around 10 to 12 applications were involved to handle this all order management, basically. All right. So what are the business challenges? The first thing is they were looking for the flexible and easy to use cloud native integration, and the migrating of existing platform to new. And if there are any issues or bugs found in the production, easy, a quick resolution for those. And implementing of complex rules and triggering to some end applications. And effective design approach, which is reusable, and the easy integrations between the multiple endpoints. And adding a new vendor or application. And the as I mentioned, they were using the BizTalk service. There were lack of exception handling was there. So these are the 7 business challenges we have handled in this use case. So when the initial design has started, or initial discussions were started. So we have come up with 157 plus integrations actually. And as I mentioned, the applications to be integrated was between 12 to 15. And we have the transmission protocols, like, we have used queue mechanism, SFTP, FTP, and cloud applications, REST, SOAP endpoints also here. All right. So, like, they were using as I mentioned, they were using the BizTalk. So there are applications which are in cloud, and there are a few applications which are behind a firewall, which is on-premise. So their BizTalk service was also on the on-premise application, which is behind a firewall. So connecting to a cloud application was complex design for them. And integrating with the multiple payment gateways, for example, Amazon Pay, or yeah, Amazon Pay, and etc. Those were the complex. And yeah, as I know, they were having the good connectivity between the for the on-premise applications, but exception handling was not done. So this is the existing system architecture. So whereas if you see, we have come up with some Dell Boomi architecture for them. So as I mentioned, Dell Boomi is a cloud application which can easily integrate the on-premise applications and cloud applications. Right, on-premise to on-premise is also easy, and on-premise to cloud, cloud to cloud, cloud to on-premise. All these scenarios can be easily handled in Dell Boomi. So we have set up a molecule which is with 3 nodes. The main reason for using the molecule is high availability, as it is real time, or some I mean some are near real time. So the availability of the system is very important. So we have handled in the molecule. Uh, so and this molecule is behind the firewall because of the security reasons, and there are applications which we need to as a FTP. They have their SQL server, and they have WMS application and SAP for this. And for, as I mentioned, orders were created in SFCC, and the interactions between the Amazon Pay should happen for the payment gateway, and they have the other payments also. But I have just mentioned only the Amazon Pay here. So whenever orders are created in SFCC, there is an integration that pulls the all data information into a FTP, which is handled in SFCC itself. It's not a Boomi integration, or I mean to say Salesforce itself. So they place an order information in FTP, and whenever orders are created, so we need to verify what is the payment gateway for those. I mean what is the payment option that order has been, and how many items, whether are there any discounts to be applied, like gift cards or any gift vouchers to be applied. Those all information would be there. Based on that available information, we have to to the send to the EOM system, Aptos system, right? So those all calculations done in Dell Boomi, and order is created. Once the order is created, the the status of the acknowledgement should send back to SFCC, as it is available in the uh, enterprise order management system. And that once orders are processed or acknowledged by the business team, the real-time integration is there. So whenever they update the status to be in the next status, that is fulfilled, or or rejected for some reason because of the not available not available stock. So those information again needs sent back to the Aptos. So that is a real-time integration. As soon as the status is updated in Aptos, Boomi will pick up that record and update back to the SFCC, mentioning, okay, this is the status, current status. And once everything is available, and they'll check for the payment, whether the payment is done, whether it is payment is authorized. Once it is authorized, if the integration between the there is an integration between the vendor application, which is their shipment gateway, or shipment I mean handling of shipment basically. So once this order is sent, order status is updated to them, and once order is sent, the shipment application will send back the tracking number to Dell Boomi, which needs to be updated back to Aptos and as well as SFCC for the customer to be viewed. And there is an email alert mechanism also. Whenever the tracking number is updated, we have to send the customer with the tracking number details, and the whatever order information also, whatever they have ordered, what are the how many items, and etc. And once the customer I mean the product is delivered, we have to update back to again SFCC. All this is handled with the Dell Boomi. So in all these scenarios, as I mentioned, right, the complex part is error handling for the when we were using the BizTalk. So we have used an atom queue mechanism. Whenever there is some application is down, or whenever there are errors, instead of waiting for instead of not processing the whole records or remaining records, we will send the only failed records to atom queue, and atom queue will be picking up that particular failed record, and it will be reprocessing. And advantage of being using of atom queue will handle the retry mechanism. It will keep on retrying that, and if it fails still after a few times, then it will be in dead letter, after fixing the that particular issue, we will reprocess it. So the attempt queue error handling was very effective and very effective and uh, in terms of effective in terms of performance and reprocessing it. So this is about the architecture. Yeah. So what were the complexities in BizTalk and what were the in Dell Boomi? Like I have already covered, but I'll just repeat it. So in BizTalk, uh, whenever there is a new service, the deployment time is very high. Actually, I mean it is consuming a lot of time and lack of visibility across different business and burden on IT. Considering that error handling and all this, so this is a statement and complex to use and scalability. Legacy, that is a legacy platform and difficult to use multiple application integrations. Performance issues in some areas, like when we had so basically this particular use case, there is some holiday time generally, like the for example, if I take it as a Flipkart as an example, so they come up with billion, I mean, like some offers with some particular time. So when at that particular time, handling of the orders was difficult considering the stock. Whereas in Dell Boomi, right, as it is a cloud, and whenever you want, you can increase the capabilities of the runtime engines, and also you can you can easily reprocess, or where the flow, basically traffic flow can be controlled, with duplicating the process or replicating the particular one without disturbing the existing design, right? And the advantages of using this one, right, which is a low code platform, as a, as I mentioned, it's a cloud platform and it's a drag and drop flow, drag and drop designs, right? And the agility and support of hybrid model, and easy visible to different business, cloud and digital platform which support complete connected business approach, and a single platform and a modern approach for all this, considering this hub flow and IoT. Yeah, the flow being mentioned here, we have built a front end application where business team can look for that particular order whenever they just want it, because if there are any exception or any you know feedback, or I would say anything, anything from customer get backs to the business team, they should be able to see the current status as quickly as possible. So we have built a front end application using a flow on this, so they were able to see it very quickly. Ability to leverage the existing case studies and align to the customer complex problems. This one, considering the reusable. So as we have done the multiple application integration as in common, where we need to just change the only connection on the some set of parameters, which is handled in a reusable component. All right, so so these are the integrations complexity, right? So as I mentioned, we have done 150 plus integrations. Um, so there were five critical business integrations, and high complex were 20, medium complex were 95, and low complex were 37. So these are the the list of integrations, or the set of considering the complexity wise, we have just divided into this. The business outcome of this handling this order management integration in Dell Boomi. Development time is it has decreased to two times what they have done in BizTalk. That's one thing. So these 150 plus integrations we have handled in development is done in 4 months, actually 4 months, which is for 16 weeks with seven resources, uh, one architect, three senior developers, and two associated level, and one yeah, sorry, three associate level resources. So 4 months is for development, and the UAT was done in 1 month. Uh, sorry, UAT is handled in I mean 6 weeks to 7 weeks of time, and we have done the go live support for that. And Boomi maintenance is easy and less IT team efforts. Uh, and we in this business case for this particular use case, I mean for this particular customer, they had some custom applications, so they have around 150 plus integrations. Whereas for order management, if we see it generally, like we have done for other customer as well. So where we just implemented, we were able to done that in 130 integrations. So that's what we had just mentioned here. So and administrative overhead is very less. The reason for this is as we have used molecule. Whenever one node is down, the other node will be up and running, and by the time by the time the other node will be back, the other whatever failed process can be handled. That is one. And I mean, as we have used all cloud applications, like we have done in we have used the on-premise items, but you know on-premise items, but I know as it is a molecule, we were able to handle it very efficiently. All right. So the Boomi implementation, as you see, better exception handling, enterprise standards, and we have done effective documentation within that particular time, like providing what this particular interface does, and what is the basically we have provided the functional design document and the technical design document and UIT unit integration test document also with the test cases and including the what is the source data and what is the target data and what is and what is the outcomes of that particular scenario. So with this, I conclude the order management use case. So if you have any specific questions, please please ping in chat window so that I can see, and I'll be answering those. So there is a question from Krishna Kumar. Is there any framework type solution for order management? Yeah, thanks for asking this question, Krishna. Yes, so we have a framework within our instance, I would say, but where we do not have all the integrations, but the basic integrations that between the order EOM, UAM systems or OMS or fulfillment systems or ship gateways or payment gateways and all. Yes, we have a framework for that. So based on the your need or customer need, we can enhance those and add or remove the some functionalities. So the all over, I would say the 60% of the design part would be available. Considering that the standard fields, see every customer has the some customers have some custom fields or custom data to be integrated. So those we have not handled, yes, but considering the standard ones, yes, we have this framework. There is a question from Spandana. Are you able to provide integration NetSuite e-commerce platform to your framework? Uh, yes, we can include the NetSuite e-commerce platform also. Yes, but that needs a some redesign, Spandana. But yes, we will be we will be able to handle that also, because as NetSuite e-commerce is also a cloud application that can be handled. So there is a question from Sakshi. Um, can we handle the multiple payment integrations? Yes, yeah. Basically, you can add any payment. Like I understand. Considering this Flipkart as an application, we use credit card, debit card. That is that comes in one part, and PayPal, Paytm, Amazon Pay. Yeah, those all can be integrated basically. As those are again the custom applications. Basically, yes, we can just integrate those applications also using the secured protocols like SOAP or REST protocols. What are the additional security mechanism we have used uh, from Vijaya? So the additional security mechanism is the whatever applications is built based on-premise applications. For example, as I shown the applications like FTP and the SQL Server data. All right. Basically, as it is on-premise, and as we have used the on-premise or the the runtime engine, which is a atom or molecule behind a firewall, we have achieved that. And while connecting to the other endpoints, instead of just using the username and password, uh, we have used the security or SSL based authorizations actually in this particular use case. I mean, as like every customer has their own approach. Yes, we'll be able to enhance that security mechanism. We can for the real-time integrations we can use certificates actually, and we can use OAuth 2 also. Yeah. Are you able to integrate any 3PL? Yes, we will be able to integrate the 3PL integrations. So basically, in this particular use case, they were having the they were having this 3PL as in their local environment, which is SFTP, the secured protocol. So yes, that is we can be able to will be able to handle that 3PL integrations as well. How are you managing order status update alerts to customer? This is a question from Atul. Uh, Yes, basically, whenever, whenever we have an, as I mentioned, right, whenever there is a status updates to these one, so we have an internal application, or the customer has an application with their their particular custom alert mechanism. So we are making a REST calls to them. The basically the customer the application name is SFMC, which is Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So we send the order status updates to that particular Salesforce as in real time, and the Salesforce Marketing Cloud will be able to handle the alert mechanism very effectively. And Salesforce, there are some integrations actually for the shipments and all, right? So we have used Calvio type alert mechanism also. And just to add to the question, Atul, we can support any type of alert systems actually, right? We can include the normal mail mechanism also. Okay, there is a question from Christine, right? How you're handling the logs? Yeah. Basically, as we are using the cloud, I'm sorry, Boomi as an on-premise system, the process logs would be can be will be maintained by the this particular atom or molecule, whereas this particular order information, like some saving of the order information or for checking the in future. So we have in this particular one. We have using a BI, which is AWS as their the storage. So whenever there are some requests coming in, before we process, basically we load what is the incoming data and what we will store what is incoming and outgoing. That means that what is the request and response respectively. So that order logs will can be maintained, so that whenever something escalation or something happens, then we can just go and get back. So for example, if someone says that okay, order is not shipped, so we'll be able to check okay when this order is created, and will when I mean when we will be then we will be able to check whether it is whether it is triggered between these multiple applications or not. There is one question from Alex. Are you able to support design end-to-end e-commerce platform? Yes, we will be able to handle the end-to-end e-commerce platform integrations, Alex. And on top of it, how many e-commerce projects you have handled? Yes, we have handled two projects so far. We have some more time, so those who are good can drop off, or those who are still having any questions, I'll be waiting for a few more minutes on this call. Feel free to reach out. So there is a question from Gopinath asking what are the other end applications you have handled for the project one. Gopinath, I mean, the generic answer would be the between the EOM and uh, OMS systems. I'll not be able to give the application names because it is considered as an security. Yeah. So basically, right. So the CRM, OMS, um, you know, applications are handled like the to give 3PL, WMS also we have done, and we have done some sales audit integrations also. Um, Inventory, right? All this we are handled. How the Salesforce is used in Dell Boomi platform? Please explain clearly. From Gauredi Preeti. Um, yeah, so basically Salesforce, right? So whenever there is an orders are created, like they have their front end application as the front end application. So whenever the order is created, the for orders will be created in Salesforce. Okay, Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So that that would be a quick integrations between the which sales SFCC basically has those already have the effective designs. So once that is done, so the orders would be created. So the orders has to be exported into the EOM application, Basically, EOM is a customer, I mean, the client application where they again integrate with the payment gateways and 3PL systems, right? So that is where the Salesforce is all involved. Basically, it will have the customer information, order information, all right, and order tracking information also. For any further queries or any further information, you can reach out to the mentioned contacts here. Thank you for participating with us today. And we have our next webinar on coming up August 13th from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. Topic is API management.